Hello, and today I'll be reviewing the third book in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my second most favorite book in the series because it has so much of suspense and it does not let you down. It is so emotion filled. And now I will talk about my favorite things about this book and what I think about it in general. Number 1. Leaving the Dursleys. In every book, J.K. Rowling makes Harry leave the Dursleys with a bang, man. In the first book, Hagrid scares the hell out of the Dursleys and tells Harry that he's a wizard. He tells Harry about the world of magic, and in the second book, Harry escapes the Dursleys in a flying car with his friend Ron. And in the third book, he inflates his so-called Aunt Marge like a balloon and straight up walks out on the Dursleys. That left me so speechless. Harry spotting the black dog was a moment of suspense, and the night bus was the highlight of the moment. And then Mr. and Mrs. Weasley are overheard by Harry when they are talking about whether or not they have to tell Harry that Sirius Black is after him, who is the convicted mass murderer and Azkaban escapee. And here we can also see the care that Mr. and Mrs. Weasley have towards Harry, like he's their own son. And it also showcases Harry's bravery and ability to handle situations that are arguably tense and fearful, because I sure would have freaked out if I got to know that a criminal who is so dangerous was on the run, and that too after me. Yeah. I love how the Dementors were introduced in that way. All we and Harry knew is that there are these soulless creatures named Dementors who are these prison guards in a prison named Azkaban, and they are extremely terrifying. And without any warning, they walk onto the Hogwarts or float onto the Hogwarts Express, and they demonstrate the terror that they bring. And what makes it more terrifying is that their mere presence can knock out Harry. All these years we've had extremely unsatisfactory defense against the dark arts teachers, and for the first time we discover how truly fun these classes can be with the boggarts and all. And Lupin's absence every full moon and why he takes the potion every month, everything falls into place when we discover what he is. I felt really sad when he was not allowed to go to Hogsmeade, but then the kind of gestures that Fred and George make towards those who are up to some mischief or are in need of breaking the school rules, it's hilarious. The Marauder's map is the highlight of the entire Hogsmeade part of it. The Firebolt. The Firebolt, according to me, is the most hyped part of this book. And when we discover that Harry got it as a Christmas gift, we freak out, just like Harry and Ron freak out, and we are excited for Harry to try it out. Then on your first read, when Hermione suggests that we show the broom to Professor McGonagall, that someone who is anonymous sent that broom to Harry as a Christmas gift, we all go mad at Hermione. I certainly did. But then after the third reread, I'm now okay with Hermione taking the broom to Professor McGonagall because I understand her care for Ron and Harry. But you really can't be mad at Harry and Ron for not understanding Hermione for the safety. I am also happy that the broom was returned in time for practice and for the match. Despite all of that Lupin has to go through every month, I love his poised and patient nature towards Harry in teaching him how to protect himself from the Dementor. He has a big heart, that guy. He succeeded in teaching Harry the Patronus, which is a very advanced piece of magic. Almost never in the series do Harry, Ron and Hermione stack up in revenge points against Malfoy and his friends for being the jerks that they are. Finally, Harry begins to get some revenge against Malfoy, especially when he knocks them down at the Quidditch match when they tried to scare Harry with the fake Dementor thing. This is just the beginning of the vengeance that they will get over Malfoy, especially in the next book. The time when they find out that it was not Sirius who killed those dozen people and there was so much of a backstory, Harry, Ron and Hermione handled that situation so skeptically and perfectly. They did not freak out completely, but at the same time they did not let their guard down. And as boring as the middle part of the book was, when I reached this part in the book, I did not stop reading until the end. But I felt that Sirius and Lupin need not have asked Harry his opinion on killing Peter. They should have immediately gotten done with him. Harry was too grateful in sending him to Azkaban. And in the heat of the entire situation, you forget that Lupin has not taken his potion and that he's about to transform into a very dangerous werewolf, and then things get out of hand into the point of no return. The question about Hermione's timetable is planted deep in our minds. How is she able to attend 2 classes on the same day at the same time and still not have to miss out on anything? That's kind of weird, right? Everything just clicks into place when we discover about the time turner, and how everything just barely works out in the end. I thought Black was done for good. I honestly did not anticipate that sudden twist. Then the conversation with Dumbledore about Trelawney was also nice. We finally discover that she's actually not a fraud because she had made two entire correct predictions. I am also very disappointed that after that heartwarming conversation, Harry was not able to move in with Black and finally escape the Dursleys. That is the most disappointing part for me in the entire book. Not Wormtail getting away, not anything else. This. And it's also now that you realize that, wow, you're done with 3 books in the series and yet you have not discovered anything about Voldy. Well, that's where the 4th book comes into place. In the 4th book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, you discover almost everything about what happened since Voldemort had fled. It's a very nice book because you finally feel that Harry has someone who he can truly trust and who cares for him. Of course, he had Dumbledore and all the teachers, but this is different. So overall, this book is extremely good in its own way. And tell me what you think about this book in the comments down below. If this review has helped, hit that like button and subscribe for more such content. See you next time.